the clouds have muddied your gaze? Has the end of wonder only just begun? Your hands were once so strong, carving wood and making melodies. Now they press on plastic keys all day. In that gray box you sit in dust till dawn. Don't you just wanna get away? When was the last time you looked up, brushed through galaxies and fireflies made for wide eyes? We're all made of cosmic dust, but where has the magic gone? Chasing after satellites instead of shooting stars. I want this world to be redrawn. People walk, closed hearts, passing by without a second thought. Are they stuck? How do we break them free? I just want to paint them the colors of their souls, to show them how beautiful this world can be. When was the last time you looked up, brushed through galaxies and fireflies made for wide eyes? We're all made of cosmic dust, but where has the magic gone? Chasing after satellites instead of shooting stars. I want this world to be redrawn. I want this world to be redrawn. The sea is an endless gift of blues and greens. Mountains turn pink under the setting sun. Sky set ablaze with the passion of nature. Let the rainbow of our world remind you that you were once a vibrant creator. When was the last time you looked up, brushed through galaxies and fireflies made for wide eyes? We're all made of cosmic dust, but where has the magic gone? Chasing after satellites instead of shooting stars. I want this world to be redrawn. I want this world to be redrawn. We're all made of cosmic dust. Where has the magic gone? Chasing after satellites instead of shooting stars. I want this world to be redrawn. I want this world to be redrawn.
Just had a long day at work, sitting at my desk, ready to walk home. Can't wait to boot up my phone on my boring stroll. Jump into some AR goodness, see my little buddies. Gotta catch 'em all, keeping my soul alive. Just a wage slave by day, but a master at night. I log into my favorite app, see my Pikachu waving at me. What is that beside my best buddy? The way the Lord update, nobody asked for. Hit with the ugly stick of, oh my God, what is that? Hey, hey, Pokemon Go, hack yourself. Now you can look as ugly in the game as you are in real life. Hey, you got no shape and your crotch is 2 feet long. What the hell is this pilot done? I think I'll carve my eyes out with a knife. Standing looking at this new abomination, ready to toss my phone. There they go again, making dumb decisions. I I just wanna catch my gosh dang catapies. Been playing since 2016. This might finally break my Pokemon spree. Hey, 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 Pokemon Go, heck yourself. And you can look as ugly in the game as you are in real life. Hey, you got no shape and your crotch is 2 feet long. What the hell is this pile of dung? I think I'll carve my eyes out with a knife. Hey, hey, Pokemon Go, heck yourself. Now you can look as ugly in the game as you are in real life.
Oh my goodness! We did it! We are on week 3, guys. We did it. Better click on the right scene. Oh boy, that would be really embarrassing. Welcome in, everybody. We are on week 3 of the HR basement, so welcome to the basement of the HR female. Yay! I am your host, Madam Savvy, and today we've got some interesting topics to discuss. One of which is very near and dear to my heart, which is the concept of censorship, and we all know how much I hate that. So we'll dive into that a little bit later. And we're going to go ahead and start with the wonderful article that was written by a man-child who cannot articulate themselves. The article was edited after the fact, so we'll kind of acknowledge the original and the change. We'll discuss why it was written, or at least try to figure it out, and then we'll jump into the topics of censorship, so that way you guys can be aware of additional groups who are attempting to ruin entertainment and fictional content, and basically everything that is fun about being an adult. Yay! But thank you. Yes, nice hat. I am wearing a hat today. The hat is not just because it's aesthetic AF, not just because waifu is laifu, but because I'm a lazy sack of poo. And I'm not afraid to admit that. In my infinite laziness while cleaning, I kind of lost track of time, so I forgot to wash my hair this morning, so the upper parts is bleh and stringy and because I wear my hair up in a bun. So I'm not afraid to admit that. Just know that anytime I wear a hat, it's because I'm probably hiding something these days. Because why else would you wear a hat in a basement? Let's be real. Let's be very real right now. I'm not even going to deny the allegations of lazy. It's fine. But yes, so this is HR Basement 3. 3, generally, it takes three something to usually form a habit. So I think it's safe to say, guys, that this is gonna be our thing. I hope that stream quality is also better. It says excellent condition. I realized I was using the wrong numbers. I don't know what the word, the bit rate, there's the word. Oh my goodness. So hopefully we're not fuzzy anymore. Hopefully we've got top tier quality. I know that the game stream was a little fuzzy, but that's fine. Basement might have a leak. Well, that's true. It could be raining. You never know. You never know. You wear a hat in the basement to hide a bald spot. Well, see, just as you are hiding a bald spot, I am hiding whatever the fuck is happening under there. Chair report, please. Is it new or is it the uncomfortable one? No new chair yet. This is the uncomfortable chair that kills me. So we've added the heating pad. Oh fuck, now I've ruined it. My comfort! No! Ugh! We've now added a heating pad and now we're up to 2 pillows on the chair. So we'll see how long I last. My thigh is absolutely bleh. The back pain is astronomical. I sit for very long periods of time, and yesterday I couldn't do that, so I could not draw the way that I would have liked to. That sucked. So I was kind of moving around a lot more, and that's also why I cleaned up the basement. You can't tell from this camera angle, but I swear it's actually different and clean. Rip in advance. Yes, exactly. She's hiding the bruises from falling down the basement stairs. Yes. But, I will most likely, let's do a little bit of self-promotion here at the start of the stream. Everybody loves that. Why not buy a Herman Miller? Well, that's because my husband has one, and I am a filthy memer. None of those things are actually related or explain why I wouldn't have one. So basically, my DX Racer chair in the back. That was a big deal when we got it because it was like 8 or 9 years ago when I started streaming and I was using a Walmart $20 chair and chat said, no, ma'am, that's not professional. So I picked out a DX Racer chair that is no longer available. It was their 10-year anniversary and it had the colors of Mudkip. And that's why I got it, right? Turns out it was actually the best purchase I ever made at $500. I was able to sleep in it, sit in it, whatever, and I didn't realize how good it was until I bought this shitty $100 knockoff. Oh my God, this chair is horrible. And I sat on it for an entire year and I couldn't figure out, why can't I feel my right leg? Oh my gosh. I didn't put it together because I stopped using the DX Racer because I broke it and then I fixed it and then I broke it permanently. Now it's just broken beyond repair. Sitting is the worst thing you can do for your body. Very true. Sitting for long periods of time actually fucks you up and it leads to all sorts of health problems. But sadly, I am an artist and I love the internet. So I'm a disgusting piece of poo. Anyway, so the reason why I won't buy a Herman Miller is because I've sat in my husband's and it just doesn't work for me. It's not that it's not comfortable, it's that it's too proper and I sit like a gremlin. So I buy chairs that I can easily remove the armrests to that have a big flat base because then I can cross my legs and do all kinds of stupid stuff. On top of that, I look for chairs that are memeable. And unfortunately, I've fallen into the fucking trap again. The one chair that I like from DX Racer is $500 fucking dollars. Because why not? So, being committed to the memes, I have to have it, and I will most likely either sell a print for the first time, or a set of stickers, or a keychain, or something. I don't know. I've never offered physical merch that people can buy of my artwork. So I gotta figure out what the most universal character is. I gotta figure out, should I just sell some Pokemon stuff? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know how I'm going to go about this because I don't have a whole lot. So in order to take the summer off from commissions, I have to budget myself very carefully. I don't actually have that much. Like, I'm somebody who does not buy anything anymore, right? So I live very comfortably budgeting myself. I don't have to buy things to be happy. But that means that when I budgeted myself for the summer and I stopped doing commissions, it means I can't spend extra. So I have to think maybe I'll sell like a digital stream package or digital item asset. I don't know. Get a little bit of money and then I can bulk buy stickers to sell. I don't know. There's like a couple of steps in here that I gotta fiddle with. I gotta finagle. So we'll see. But something at some point will go for sale that is art related. And if you'd like to buy it, super cool. And if you don't want to, that's also super cool. That's fine. I just have to have a meme chair. Wow, we got really off topic there for a second, but that's fine. It's my stream. I can do what I want. It's the HR basement. We're good. Ooh, excuse me. I still have terrible coughs, so I'm sorry if they interfere and they ruin your experience. I apologize profusely. I am still drinking astronomical amounts of water. Everything sucks and related to the coughing, but it's not like I'm wheezing or anything, so I'm not dying, I don't think. Geodude is the most universally loved Pokemon that would absolutely sell out. Yes, I agree. You know what? We'll go a step further. Isn't there, we'll do the Alolan Golem. Golem. We'll do that. You have to go for walks, runs, and bike rides. Long periods of sitting leaves my legs in pain. Yes. And unfortunately, our species is moving towards sedentary lifestyles, which is not good. It's adding to the obesity rates. It's ruining circulation. And then it's also leading to depression and things like that. You'll look up my art. Oh, goody. It's on my Twitter page. You can see it there. There's the little images that I use on my thumbnails. That's all me. My website is thesavvystyle.com. You can see that stuff. I have a very wide range, which is why my art is also vastly inconsistent in style. It's because I like to learn. I like to try out new aesthetics. I like to do a lot of different things, and I never truly had a consistent style. I privately do when I'm drawing other things, but those things don't get posted much. So, yes, Haunter is best. Well, that's true. I am just a coughing. Trubbish is well loved. Look, Trubbish has grown on me after really giving the design some thought. All right, I've come to appreciate a lot of Pokemon's designs. But we are massively off topic, which is fine. But yeah, oh, I do have to show you guys, since it's my stream, I bought the most, look, I also love Hello Kitty. I will sit there and I will play Doom and Silent Hill and I will be giddy at Doom Guy and Pyramid Head, but then I do shit like this where it's Cinema Roll and Hello Kitty stuff. I also, for the first time in my life, got one of these stupid little pop holder things. I get it, guys. I fucking get it. I could have not had an indent in my pinky all this time. I could have been doing this. Yeah, I could have been doing that. I could have been doing things. But instead, I was being dumb and morphed my pinky, just like half of America. So, whatever. Anyway, I'm super stoked on this. This is probably the most kawaii thing I've ever purchased in my life. And it's only gonna get worse from here. You haven't beat Hello Kitty's Cube Frenzy? Hell yeah. I love Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It's my favorite. You prefer Gengar? He's got a look on his face. He's got a look, man. I love him. You should cosplay as Dolores Abernathy from Westworld sometime. Ooh. That would be fun, actually. That would be very fun. I do love period piece outfits. They're very, very fun. You cannot use a pop socket now? What? Wait, why? Meowth, but the Justin Timberlake mugshot meme. Oh my goodness. Your best friend is obsessed with Hello Kitty? Bro, I will literally sit there and play Doom on one screen and Hello Kitty on the other. I got range, all right? We like murder and we like cute fluffy things here, all right? And if that doesn't work for you, I don't know what to tell you. I'm strange, so. Mew is my favorite Pokemon. So I love Mew, and then I love Yveltal. So those are my two biggest bays. I actually would love to get a Yveltal plush, but they are still. I don't have budget right now for buying it, but probably after August when I open up some commissions again. I'll probably do small orders, but I would like to extend my learning period because I haven't really been doing much over the past 2 months. Being sick and then having all sorts of problems hasn't really been helping, but it is what it is. Excuse me. Murder and Hello Kitty strangely go hand in hand. They do if you watch Degrasco. Retsy's fucking adorable. I love just the Hello Kitty world. So you must have loved it when the internet did the whole Doomslayer and yes, I did. It was so cute. It's one of my favorite things. The best Pokemon of all time is Bidoof. That is also true. You have Meowth dog tags. Very nice. Trey just putting it nicely. Yes. Yes. Some fluffy murder. Yes. All of these things are just yes. But let's jump into today's topics. We are 18 minutes into the stream. Let's jump into it. So, the first thing I would like to talk about is the TechCrunch article. So this started going around. It was reposted by our wonderful friend Grums here. If you aren't following him, make sure you go do that. He is really, really good about keeping up with all the latest crazy and related to DEI in the gaming and entertainment industry. So this went around first. Scale AI's Alexander Wang has decided that diversity, equity, and inclusion are passé and replaced them with his shiny new acronym, MEI, Merit, Excellence, and Intelligence. I cringed so hard, I'm going to need a chiropractor. I would invite him and those supporting him to fuck all the way off. You misunderstand me. You thought I wanted you to fuck only partially the way off. Please read my lips, he's writing. I was perfectly clear. Off you fuck all the way. Remove head from ignorant ass, then fuck all the way off. Now, at first when I saw this, I thought there's no way that an outlet would actually allow the publication of this kind of thing. However, if we mosey our way over to here, this is the actual page where it was written. So startups, this is their official website, and right here under editor's note, this post has been altered to remove its most offensive language. It does not meet our standards of integrity. This post was also sent to subscribers as a newsletter. We apologize to readers for the serious error. Now, why is this important? Because it makes this real. That's how we verify that. So this was verified as being real, as being an actual thing that somebody published and thought that it was a good idea. Now, you're probably wondering, what stable individual with a job who still has their job was allowed to do that? Well, this is our writer. He's got cool lights in the background. But his plant looks, well, both his plants look, well, it's about what you would expect. Homie can't keep his shit together. Of course, he can't keep the plants looking healthy. So, excuse me. So let's go ahead and read the entirety of the post. Let's go ahead and take a look. And we're going to go ahead and read the entire thing because it's not terribly long, but I think that it's important that we actually read these people's language because these people have jobs. They are paid to write these things and they are paid to put their words out to other people who subscribe to this. And we need to see what people are consuming. I just came off recording an episode of Equity where I learned about the newest wave of stupidity. The tech industry's DEI allergy has hit a new low as Silicon Valley leaders are once again waving their meritocracy banners high and wide. Scale AI's Alexander Wang has decided that diversity, equity, and inclusion are passé and replaced them with his shiny new acronym, MEI, Merit, Excellence, and Intelligence. I cringe so hard I'm going to need a chiropractor. Of course, the ignorance-inspired enthusiastic applause from tech titans like Elon Musk on X, while LinkedIn startup crowd rolled their eyes so hard they were practically doing backflips. Critics argue that Wang's post misses the mark, no shit, by ignoring systematic barriers and reducing complex social dynamics to a simplistic and dangerously naive ideal of meritocratic purity. Meanwhile, back at Scale AI's headquarters, annotators in economically depressed regions toil away for pay that wouldn't cover a decent brunch in Silicon Valley. But sure, let's talk about how objective hiring practices will save us all from the tyranny of fairness and inclusion. Yours truly, I'm not going to pronounce his name because I don't want to butcher it and be rude. So, let's go ahead and click over here because Grums, again, being the wonderful individual that he is, also posted the source of where this came from. This is Jesse Tinsley. I worked with Alexander Wang, the co-founder and CEO of Scale AI, when there was only about 10 people. He is in an elite class of founders I've worked with that has an incredible eye for talent and created a very talent-dense organization from day one. Ironically, and contrary to this article, the team was actually quite diverse ethnically and culturally. This entire article more closely resembles a late-night drinking followed by unhinged social media ranting than journalism, and I would agree with this. I would agree with his assessment. I would agree with this as well. All of these places have lost any relevance who do things like this and treat these publications as be rude savvy. I shall not. I'm going to be rude, but I don't want to be super rude where I make fun of people's names. That is not my intention. I don't want to do that. I'm sure his name is really cool. I just don't want to, fuck it up. Now, it is interesting the words that he chooses and why he is angry. Unfortunately, there is another point, though, that is a little bit important to discuss. It is entirely possible to actually still conflate meritocracy with DEI. DEI is so ingrained in our governments and sources of funding that sometimes the most meritable person will be somebody who's good for the company. So while they may not have skills, perhaps they have enough checkboxes to still be useful to a company, right? So this is going to require, if we want to truly focus on merit as a society, as a civilization, as a species, then we need to ignore the need to receive funding, to receive grants from the government. Because the government awards these things, awards easy money based off of, unfortunately, immutable traits. So that is an important thing to talk about. So it all comes down to what is the company doing? What is their goal? And what do they need the funding for? Once we can kind of get those things adjusted for the way that government gives out funds instead of just looking at immutable traits, I think that that'll truly inspire change. Now, my issues with this rambling is that this is a publication. What is the purpose of this? He doesn't offer anything. All he does is say that he came off promoting his little thing, and then he has an opinion, calling something stupid, stating that DEI allergy has hit a new low, which means Silicon Valley's not having it anymore, which means his buddies probably are not getting hired. And he has issue with meritocracy. Why? Why would you not want the best person for the job? And why do you instantly think that means an individual with the qualifications would not get the job? That's very strange. Now, in the 80s and in the 60s, yeah, you know, maybe there's a problem for that because there wasn't easy access to education. There was this promotion of you got to go to college, you got to get a degree, you got to spend a shit ton of money in order to be taken seriously for the rest of your life. But in 2024, that's not the case anymore. College can actually be seen as a detriment in some cases, depending on the profession. You spend those years in a generalized environment, and you're not getting the experience that a lot of companies are looking for. Self-taught individuals have also been proven to do way better in many cases than people who go to colleges because not every college is equal. Not every single college gives you the exact same education. They don't all have the same requirements. And what I'm going to give an example of is a personal one. So this is how a degree can vary. I stayed in the exact same program after I finally settled on getting a biology degree. I went to the University of Nebraska. Within the University of Nebraska system, they have multiple locations within the state, but they are all considered within the same university chain, right? So the University of Nebraska at Lincoln, the University of Nebraska at Omaha. They are exactly the same school system. If you go between one or the other, you know, the credits will easily transfer, and this is an important distinction that is required for the foundation of understanding my argument. They have several other locations as well, but I started in Lincoln, and my degree program required me to take a language for 2 years that they would not let me test out of, despite 7 years of Spanish and 2 years of Latin. They would not let me test out of it. I ended up moving from from Lincoln to go up to Omaha. So I transferred everything up there, and I was within the exact same degree program, and they said, "Oh, you don't need a language. Don't worry about it." What? Why? It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same degree program with the exact same requirements. Why suddenly, if I stayed in Lincoln, I had to take a language, but then I went to Omaha and they're like, "Nah, it's fine. You don't need to do that." Don't understand it. So that right there, even though the language is technically completely unrelated to the rest of the degree program, that just goes to show how your credits and the classes that you take are influenced by the systems of a university or a college, right? So these things don't make sense. And so when you have such varying degrees, there were also other classes that qualified for the degree that didn't qualify based off of the two different locations, or they were given different credit amounts and things like that. Very, very strange. But so when you have those kinds of inconsistencies, that's why sometimes just having the experience and then doing certification classes and self-teaching can actually be more beneficial than going to a school. So it's not like that for everything. Obviously, doctors still need to go to med school. Obviously, when you do a pre-med program like what mine was, you have to go and take certain classes. And I don't think that the language was a requirement of the pre-med part of my program. I think it was just part of the biology requirement. You're in the arts and it's all strategic friendships in whatever direction the wind is blowing. Yeah, exactly. That too. You're a civil engineer and the company I work for requires you to have to take a state board exam in order to practice engineer in any of the states. And that is a little bit different. But yeah, you know, those kinds of things will happen. I wasted 5 years of my life on a degree that is useless. A lot of people feel that way. You're 100% self-taught software engineer with a CS degree. I help lead an engineering team. And that is wonderful. And that is cool. But so those things are important to understand. And that is why meritocracy is able to be king in the year of 2024. because anybody can learn any skill. We have so many people, if we just look at America, even homeless people have cell phones. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they can, make phone calls, 24/7, but they can sit outside of cafes. They can go into a McDonald's and they can learn, they can read, they can do things, So like even the most poor of our society still have some form of a convenience. Not all of them, obviously, but many of them. On top of that, there are initiatives to bring internet to even remote areas that didn't have them anymore. Biden's failing program, which would have been great to just give Starlink to poorer areas of the country. That's a great initiative. Too bad Biden's dropping the ball on it, but giving everybody access to the internet to learn and learn for free is super important, right? So if we have to look at the time that we live in, at one point, meritocracy, if we wanted to give everyone an opportunity, wasn't necessarily the best, even though it still was, because you still want the best person for the job. But I'll acknowledge the social component of things. But in 2024, that's no longer a thing. That is no longer a requirement to consider because anybody can learn any skill. So it's not an excuse. We have people escaping the worst parts of the world who come into this country to become incredibly successful. If you look at the highest earners of the country, it's not white people. Just saying. So, it comes down to your work ethics. How much of a hard worker are you? How are you willing to learn the hard things? My biology degree wasn't just about because I love biology. It's a component of it. But then there's a part of it. And the reason why I got the pre-med version, not just because I thought at one point maybe I'd be a doctor, but I hate people too much to do that and sit and listen to them all day. It was to prove that I could do something difficult. A lot of people drop out within the first 2 years of the biology program. I didn't, even though I failed chemistry. I failed both chems, organic chem 1 and 2. I failed them and had to redo them, but I wanted to prove I could do it. So when I say I have a biology degree, it just shows that I'm a problem solver and willing to work through things. Hello. Trade skills also right now are far better than college degrees. We have a shortage of welders, plumbers, electricians, and a new force of construction workers and all of that. We need all of that. We need home builders. We need railroad workers. We need all of this. We need engineers who get down and dirty, that know how to build a machine, damn it. So we need all of that. But yeah. So homie here has a big issue with meritocracy, of working hard. And he's a big lover of DEI because Lord knows this dude wouldn't have a job without it. Of course, the ignorance-inspired enthusiastic applause from tech titans like Elon Musk. There is no denying that Elon Musk has worked hard to learn a lot of different things. So to call it ignorance inspired when somebody works as hard as they do as Elon Musk, he didn't just have $1 trillion when he was born. He still had to work for it. He still had to provide structure to give other people's jobs and then still run it. These things are important. You cannot like millionaires, billionaires, and trillionaires. Don't care, but be objective about it. All right? This dude still works hard even if you don't agree with him. But it's interesting that he creates a distinction. LinkedIn startup crowd rolled their eyes so hard they were practically doing backflips. Notice how he only provides one source, which just links to, it's not even a source. It just, wait. He doesn't even provide examples for his argument. He just wants to bitch and moan and then link to other bitching and moaning. Okay, so I take back what I was gonna say. Let me readjust. This individual is a fuck waffle. Of course, the ignorance-inspired enthusiastic applause from tech titans like Elon Musk, while on LinkedIn, startup crowds rolled their eyes so hard. So we have no proof of this. Generally, startup individuals, for the most part, kind of say, okay, here's something I need to learn. I got to go do it. Oh, I need to learn another component of this. I got to do it. Oh shit, I got to find the best person for the job for this where I spend the least amount of money. Oh shit. They're not concerned about DEI if you're a fucking startup unless you're going after easy funding, in which case then you sort of do, but then you stop caring about the quality of the product that you're putting out if you're busy pushing fucking papers to try to justify why you should get money. If your product is good, the people will come. If what you're trying to sell is a solution to problems that inconvenience people, people will support you. Holy shit. So we have no idea what he means by this, but we do know that LinkedIn is the dumb fucks version of Facebook that nobody really gives a shit about. Yeah, people are on it, but it stopped being what it was supposed to be for. For every individual or for every job listing, there's now like 2 to 5 people. People can't get jobs anymore. Oh yeah, what are you gonna do? You're gonna message somebody and be like, hey, let's be besties, and then 2 weeks later you're gonna ask them for a job? No, fuck off. Jesus Christ. So he doesn't post anything to back up any of his claims. Critics argue. What critics? Show me the critics, Wang. No shit. An opinion in parentheses, as if he's a furry role-playing and he's adding in an LOL. Wasn't that crazy? In his little fucking paragraph. By ignoring systemic barriers. Everyone's got a cell phone now and access to education. This also fucking says, everybody's a DEI hire. And reducing complex social dynamics to a simplistic and dangerously naive, explain why it's dangerously naive, ideal of meritocratic purity. Correct. This is how a society should actually operate. Those good at things deserve to be rewarded for the things that they're good at. And if they help make other people's lives easier, that's badass. What are you doing? Oh, right. You're bitching on an irrelevant blog post. What is your problem? Meanwhile, back at Scale AI headquarters, annotators and economically depressed... Like, what is this? What is this sentence? Meanwhile, back at the headquarters... Annotators in economically depressed regions toil away for pay that wouldn't cover a decent brunch. What? This sentence, he tried to sound intelligent, but it's completely meaningless. Because he's not talking about back at the headquarters. He's talking about an economically depressed region, which means this could be anywhere in the world, toil away for pay that wouldn't cover a decent brunch in Silicon Valley. Yeah, no shit, because Silicon Valley's over the fucking price. I can't afford Silicon fucking Valley. Fuck you, dude. And I'm sorry, that's a little aggressive. The waifu hat is upset now. If now suddenly you're going to open this up to the word regions, which could mean international, how about you put out a blog post talking about the slavery going on in Africa? How about you talk about China? How about you talk about the unfairness going on over there and the working conditions that they have to go through? The fuck are you concerned about meritocracy for? If you really gave a fuck about any of that, you would be constantly writing and trying to inform people about the inequality of the world right now. Because there's a lot of fucked up shit going on. But if your concern is that they can't cover brunch, which is something that the average person doesn't have, which shows how fucking disconnected this little twat fucker is. Like, I'd say dinner. I'd say breakfast. You're not going to hear me talking about brunch because I don't participate in brunch. All right? That is my Nana's thing and a thing for gay men. I'm not prissy enough for brunch. I'm also too poor for brunch. I eat twice a fucking day. They're decent-sized meals. And then I have my grazing snacks, all right? But that's it, just like the average American right now. So congratulations, bro. You played yourself. But sure, let's talk about how objective. What's wrong with objective? Objectivity in your hiring practices would actually allow for anybody to qualify for the job based off of their resume. Are you unable to have an objective conversation? The answer is yes. And are you unable to appreciate objectivity in a hiring setting? Like what is this? The tyranny of fairness and inclusion. He's now appealing to your emotions by using the word fairness. It is not fair to anybody if a company has to have 30% of one type of person based off of an immutable trait. If an Asian woman applies for a job and she can't get it because they have their quota on Asians, and she is so well fucking qualified for the job, she will be passed up for the individual who now has to be considered for inclusion, even if they're not the best person for the job. Maybe the Asian woman sacrificed 8 years of her life to get a master's degree, but it doesn't fucking matter because some asshole who went to a community college who won't even pass a fucking certification program has to be considered for the job over her for the fucking quota. How is that fair to anyone? That's not okay. It's stupid. And it doesn't make any sense. The hiring process should be a blank resume that just lists the education and the history of the individual. That's it. No name, no pronouns, no disability, nothing. Nothing. Just your education, your experience, and a nice cover letter, I guess. Fuck cover letters, though. Nobody fucking reads that shit, right? So this individual has provided, I agree with this image, no evidence. He rambles, and then he outs himself. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, that's my rant. Thanks. Spicy savvy is best savvy. Yeah, it gets a little spicy. GPT could write better. It could. The average person nowadays are living from paycheck to paycheck. These critics have not gone through a grocery store and found out how much food costs and have gone up. It's true. All of these people want to ignore the African child labor mining the minerals for their Tesla batteries. Yep, this man is pro-hiring discrimination. Yes. It's funny that all the AI things will swing back to meritocracy. Only the jobs will go to the best computer, the best machine instead. That's where we're headed. I think something's really wrong with this writer. Oh, that's an understatement. I just arrive and have no idea what we're talking about, so whatever it is, I agree with it. Excellent. DEI didn't earn it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Is Jay here? Is there a Jay in the house? A Mr. Jay? Hello, yes, yo, yes. I see, yes, he removed the fuck all the way off paragraph, but they left this part in with his little furry role play. Oh, bless you, Saw, for saying those things. If people want to subscribe, they can. I always find it funny, but I don't think anyone needs to be told that. You'll see me on your feed if you enjoy me. It's all good. Silly things. Haj is on. Did I say it right? I said his name. I said I wasn't. Feel free not to message me about your thoughts of the above. Also, so he doesn't even want to hear it. Also, the above thoughts are mine and don't reflect the stance of TechCrunch. Then why didn't you post them on your own blog? Or any other writers and all the usual blah blah people say when they write an enraged op-ed. So let's go take a look at Haji here. I may have actually sorted on the brunch comment. I fucking called it. VCs have no incentive to tell you why they won't invest. By the time you figure it out, it's too late. That's where I come in. Oh, really? Oh, really? Because it sounds like you don't understand anything. Shein official and Shop Temu are in hot water with the EU over shady practices. Oh, okay. I'm sure, buddy. I'm sure you really care about that. I'm sure. Who won the presidential debate? Depends on who you ask. While X felt more alive thanks to bigger user base, Threads got kudos for fewer trolls and intelligent discussions. So it wasn't fun because there was no memes. Got it. Got it. Doesn't seem like he's got too much in way of his own posts and opinions. Good. The less he fucking writes, the better. Oi. That's all I gotta say on that topic. I mean, the Ray-Bans were cool, but it's like, okay, well, he did out himself with the brunch comment. Like, I told you, it's for nanas and gay men. Nobody else is prissy enough to get brunch anymore. That is fewer intelligent discussions. Yeah. Yeah. I get to watch while I'm in the queue. Oh, wow. 1380 for the queue for Final Fantasy. Damn. The memes helped. The memes actually helped. They made everything better. If you cannot laugh at something, if you don't have a sense of humor, you're probably a psychopath. I do commissions, animation, pics. My Pixiv fan box got nuked. I don't even do anything degenerate. I keep it simple, requests and 18 plus. So many places are nuking. Yes. So obviously there's a little preview here for our next topic. Mike here. Mike, oh God, people and their fucking last names, man. All right, I'm just gonna call it Stabile? Stable? Stabili? I don't know. So we'll just call him Mike. Anyway, Mike is a good dude. This article is important. He is also a free speech coalition individual. And I think Mike has put together something that is really important. Stabile. Yeah, I'm bad with names, all right? I hate looking like an idiot. But so Mike here is writing about something that's really, really important. And it's something that people deserve to be aware of, because I don't think many people understand really what's going on. Now, I've talked about DEI in regards to censorship. So the extremists on the left side of the political spectrum are obviously for censorship when it comes to creativity. But also, as I've said before, they are two sides of the same coin. And so extremists on the right also would like censorship. Anybody who is for any form of censorship when it comes to creativity is an enemy of mine. That is the only time that I will ever use that word. And in that context, all it does is relate to censorship. And by enemy, I simply mean an individual who I have no desire to discuss things with or understand. Because in my eyes, the moment you say you are for censorship, you're gone. You're done. You are absolutely fucking done. You do not get to justify anything on a moral high ground. You do not get to say those words when it comes to creativity. Fictional content deserves to exist whether you agree with it or not. I am not here to have a moral discussion on creativity, on what should or should not be created, but I am for every single person having the opportunity to express themselves through creativity, tell the stories that they want to tell, regardless of whether or not I like it. These things are super, super important to me. Now, this is going to cover both real life things, but it does cross over into creativity and things like that in forms of expression. That is why this is really important. So he says, Etsy just announced sweeping site-wide censorship and will begin banning almost anything remotely sexual, including toys, BDSM gear, t-shirts with provocative messages, gluteal clefts, butt cracks need to be blurred, that kind of thing. So if you sell underwear, no, that's a bad one. So Etsy has allowed not safe for work items, selling content, all of that stuff for years. However, they have also made a bunch of choices that hurt sellers, and then they allow for people, instead of it just being a craft and like homemade site kind of thing, they also opened it up to bulk sellers buying things from places like Temu, AliExpress, and more. So it's kind of ruined it. On top of that, they also allow for AI that people have complained about. I'm, again, not here to discuss the moral implications of that, but people feel that Etsy has gone downhill. They also raised prices on sellers, and a lot of people were kind of put out of business on Etsy. They moved their things to other places because it was a fine line of walking profit and affordability, which is important to a lot of people. So why is this important? Religious censors have been calling on Etsy to ban adult consumers and crafters for years. Naughty wrapping paper set off a wave of outrage a few years ago. And we'll come back and look at this in a second. This is a creeping religious censorship we have been warning about. Groups like NCOS claim that they are only concerned about the exploitation and trafficking. In practice, even the mention of sexuality has to be squashed, and they're coming for Amazon next. And he posts an image here from 2021. Amazon original content is gearing to hypersexualize the fantasy of Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. Interesting. That means sex toys, erotica, and anything that can be accessed online is now fair game for the new Comstocks. It all has to be censored. A major contributor to sexual exploitation. And we're going to go look at this as well. Action alert number 2, tell Amazon to stop selling sexual exploitation. Now, they're using powerful language here, and it is unfortunately really, really messed up because they are weaponizing compassion. Obviously, nobody wants any human to be exploited. Nobody wants any child to be exploited or subjected to things that they should not see. What they're talking about is fucking dildos. That's not exploitation. Let lonely people and horny people have their fucking shit. The other image to this. What parents need to know about sexually graphic content on Amazon Prime. What parents need to know is that they should probably only put their kids in front of kid content. Are you aware of this explicit Amazon Prime content? It's fictional, it's not exploitation. The Amazon Prime streaming service is an entertainment resource for at-home television and movies, but are you aware of the content on their many original series? A few years ago, NCOS argued that encountering sexually suggestive content on Etsy constituted sexual harassment and called sex-related content dehumanizing. Christian cancel culture has locked another chastity cage. Now, I don't know if it's Christian, but it's definitely Catholic. And we all know what Catholics are known for. Oh boy, can't wait to get into this. So this is the Dirty Dozen list, which we will also go look at. I have a bunch of tabs pulled up because, again, it's important to talk about. So they said, Etsy is a global online marketplace known for unique and creative goods, including handmade and vintage products. Unfortunately, it is also in the business of selling pornographic merchandise, misogynistic and dehumanizing apparel, and sex dolls, including ones that resemble children and young teens. That is actually debatable and not true. You may not agree with it, but lollies aren't real. It's also a body type. Customers complain about unwanted exposure to pornography and sexually explicit suggestive content through recommendations, some likening this experience to sexual harassment. Yet Etsy's mechanism for removing such content from search results is highly ineffective and often causes more of this content to surface. Etsy has an ethical obligation to stop profiting and normalizing child sex abuse and exploitation. Now, if you notice again, they are appealing to emotion and trying to weaponize compassion. Obviously, nobody wants to normalize child sex abuse and exploitation. That is wrong, and if you have to say that, that's fucking weird. But bringing up the concept of sex dolls and claiming misogynistic and dehumanizing apparel just because you don't like lace panties with beads where the anus would be, this has nothing to do with child sex abuse and exploitation. Absolutely unrelated. And it is so disgusting that this group is trying to link these things. Now, I agree that their search engine should be a lot better. It should default to not showing those things because Americans are fucking stupid. Now, in other countries, like Japan, a lot of searches where, you go into the settings after you create the account and everything is default on and then people know to go turn them off. In America, you have to have hand holding and everything is off by default. Fucking whatever. But those are things that, are important. And after this was made, Etsy does have kind of a better handle on things now. This was back in 2022. They are not on the list currently. But the fact that they were even on it and attempts to paint them in such a manner that they are actively trying to normalize child sex abuse is fucking wrong and disgusting. Now, I disagree with a lot of Etsy's business practices and the things that they've done to sellers over the years, but I am not going to sit here and say that this shit is all connected to child sex abuse, has the intent of being connected to it, or that a fucking sex doll normalizes child sex abuse. This is fucking stupid. This is insane language, and completely unnecessary. Now, who is doing this? NCOS, National Center on Sexual Exploitation, defending human dignity, opposing sexual exploitation, leading the movement through research, litigation, corporate and legislative policy. These things are actually, yeah, it's important. They're great. I'm glad that there is a group that would actively be looking into and investigating possible exploitation, right? Those are things that we should all be against, and everybody fucking is. The porn industry is highly exploitative. And there has to be discussion around how we can better it, how we can help protect sex workers, make things safe and things like that. Whether you agree with it or not, whether you want OnlyFans to exist, does not matter. I'm not here to have a moral conversation about whether or not something should exist, but I think it's important to acknowledge that what does exist should be done safely. So and in order to do that, we have to speak about it objectively. And when it comes to the porn industry, because it involves real people, you have to acknowledge that there is a problem. So on the surface, this sounds good, but then you start looking at who they're actually looking into here, right? And you see Walmart, you see JetBlue, Ford, Hilton, Hyatt, Groupon, Disney. And you start to wonder, the fuck is going on, right? So they've got some basic tweets that don't really matter, but we're going to talk about now. I hate using Wikipedia, but it's fine, right? So how did this begin? This National Center on Sexual Exploitation. It began as an interfaith group of 3 New York clergymen concerned about pornography and salacious magazines. Not pornographic magazines, just salacious ones. The group became involved in several landmark court battles regarding obscenity laws and freedom of speech in the United States. The group's influence later declined due to the decreasing interest in the anti-obscenity cause among prosecutors, politicians, and religious leaders. After modernizing its message from morality to exploitation, the group changed its name and has stated that pornography constitutes a public health crisis. But this is not backed by any global health agency. The organization has been criticized for advancing medical claims that are false, misleading, and unsupportive. So, this line right here, when you change your language and try to weaponize compassion, just like we see in DEI and on the other end of the spectrum. That's how these things happen. Now, this is their website. Let's go to their homepage. That way you can see it. So again, you reach here, why we exist. The National Center on Sexual Exploitation exists to build a world where people can live in love without sexual abuse and exploitation. That sounds beautiful on the surface, right? Nobody deserves to be sexually abused or exploited. These are wonderful things to say. What we do, defend human dignity, oppose sexual exploitation, expose the connections. Again, these are wonderful things that are very important for making a better world. Because forms of sexual harm overlap, reinforce, and fuel one another, our strategy is designed to combat sexual abuse and exploitation with a multifaceted and interdisciplinary approach. So they do research, litigation, advocacy, policy, training, those kinds of things. Of course they do a little bit of, of course they do training, right? Of course they're going to sell a service, a consultancy service. Of course they're going to do that. But... let's see here. Image-based sexual abuse, pornography, child prostitution, sex buying, sex trafficking. Again, all of these things, objectively, there are things to talk about. Obviously, this one, that's bad no matter what, but pornography as a general concept is not criminal so long as everyone's consenting, right? Sex trafficking, bad. Sex buying, well, we can have some discussions around that. Prostitution kind of goes with sex buying, but I think prostitution in its legal definition is a little bit broader. So I think that this one is just specifying things, and then they have an all issues button. They obviously talk at the UN. They do all kinds of things and have all sorts of statements. And then research. there is something to be said about the addictive nature of pornography because of the chemicals in the brain. Obviously, you want to keep, feeling the dopamines, the highs and things like that. So yes, sex can be addictive. Pornography can be addictive. Is it addictive in the way that they want to weaponize it, however? That's debatable because, again, they are doing things in a specific manner that weaponize compassion to reach an extreme solution to a problem that is not as they are presenting it. So when they talk about, if we come back here, you want to combat sexual exploitation, but if you're going to go after entertainment, no, bitch, you just lost the plot entirely. So, if we come over here, why did I have this tab open? Oh, I think I was just reading the prostitution tab. So this is the board of directors. Please, this is just for education purposes. This is not for anybody to go and find these people and harass them. This is literally just public information that you can go find on their website. endsexualexploitation.org/about/board. This is literally just for education purposes. That way you can see who's behind it. We have the president and co-founder. We have a child advocate. We have an ambassador, founding director of the Women and Public Policy Program, Harvard University Kennedy School of Government. We have individuals who are formerly part of the U.S. Department of Justice. And so you kind of look at these and you're like, okay, yeah, these are some serious people who just care about protecting things, right? Well, then you scroll down a little bit more. And then you can kind of get a little bit of a different picture. Now, I'm not saying that a bishop is not a good person or nothing like that. I'm not insinuating that. But it's just interesting that a bishop is part of this, right? Everybody else kind of, here, everybody, why do some of these people have the crazy eyes? Why are you doing this, right? It's like, when you look at these things, you think, okay, yeah, this has to be a legit. But again, they're going after fictional content. They're going after dildos. What they should be doing, and if they gave a fuck about any of this, is they should specifically want children removed from social media that has peer-to-peer communication. They should specifically want children not being able to go onto the Amazon shop site. They should specifically want, and I don't even think that they should, or that they technically, there's nothing that says hang on. Let's go see. What do they rate Amazon at? I would imagine if I go to the App Store, Amazon probably just says, oh, it's for everyone. Hang on. Let me see before I talk myself into a thing here. Okay, so this is not okay. So anything that does have sexually explicit content on it that is easily accessible and searchable should not be listed at age... This doesn't have any personal information, right? 4+. That should not be there. Why? Because you can type the word dildo into it. That should not be advertised like that. I agree that children should be protected and not have access to things. And so none of these, and so when you say though that Amazon, let's see here. So Amazon Prime Video, which you can access things that have sexual content on, is listed as 12+. Because you can access those things, they should have a caveat on there and say, hey, it's 18+, but we have the kid-friendly stuff. Or make a second app. You know what? That's even better. Make a kid-friendly version of your fucking applications. Yeah, it's a little bit more work for you, but it's not hard to do. You have the money. You are a multi-trillion, billion, gazillion dollar corporation. You can pay some dude in fucking India to code you up a secondary website that filters out all the sex shit. All right? So have a kids version. Amazon Music, which has explicit stuff, is labeled as 12+. That's not okay in my eyes. Again, have a fucking family-friendly version and have the explicit version. All these things could be done to help tailor safety, right? But that's not the way that they're going. They want anything related to sex or naughty words removed, and that's not okay. So now we're going to talk about the Dirty Dozen. I'm sorry that I'm just going on and on and on about this, but it's really, really important. So what is the Dirty Dozen? It is their list. It is an annual campaign calling out 12 mainstream entities for facilitating, enabling, and even profiting from sexual abuse and exploitation. Since its inception in 2013, the Dirty Dozen list has galvanized thousands of individuals like you to call on corporations, government agencies, and organizations to change problematic policies and practices. This campaign has yielded major victories at Google, Netflix, TikTok, Hilton Worldwide, Verizon, Walmart, U.S. Department of Defense, and many more. Now, again, they're probably doing actually things that are pretty useful in a limited sense. Okay, again, Etsy is not actively trying to normalize child abuse by selling underwear. It's not it, right? So this is their what list? The 2023. This is the 2023 list. So this is last year's list, and this is who they're calling out. The Apple App Store. I agree with that. Things are not being labeled properly. But if their solution is to remove the not safe for work content instead of separate it, then we have a problem. Discord, absolutely, this is true. It is a haven for sexual exploiters. Children do not belong on Discord. Plain and simple. Make it an 18 plus platform, because no child should be on Discord and in a who can just easily join any board, any messaging board, any whatever they're called, room, group. I use Discord and I don't even know what things are called. You know what I'm talking about, right? So like communities will set up, there can be tens of thousands of people in there. You have no idea who they are. And predators, again, this has nothing to do with politics. Predators go to where it's easiest to find children. Places like Twitch, Discord, schools, churches, they go everywhere. That is where servers, that's right. Why was I stupid? They go to where it's easiest to get access to children. So in order to help protect kids, we need to make the internet more transparent and say, fuck the advertisers. If the advertisers are upset that you're switching things to 18 plus, that just shows the terrible state that we live in the world. That money is so much more important than just saying, hey, parents, this is going to be 18 plus now because sexually explicit content can exist. You don't have to ID things. I genuinely believe that in today's world, at least some difference would be made if all of this stuff either separated out the explicit stuff or just labeled everything 18 plus. My solution for Twitch, label it 18 plus. So that way parents can see that the app is now 18 plus, not fucking 12 plus. And then they can make an informed decision on whether or not they want their child on it and have a talk with them. But Discord is absolutely a problem. eBay, whatever it is you can get on eBay. Unfortunately, that includes childlike sex abuse dolls. What the fuck is this? Spy cams. Advertised specifically for filming women without their consent. Homie, y'all have lost the plot. In eBay's terms of service, you are not supposed to do things like this. And so there's no, like, I don't even want to go look it up because I don't want to get flagged on something. But this is not. They have weaponized an extreme set of words and applied it to a company that has nothing to do with that. Now, could they probably do a better job at filtering out some of the exploitation, the sex stuff? Sure, because again, eBay is listed probably as a 12 plus site, which I don't know why a child is bidding on something. Like that's really, I don't understand that one. If we go to eBay, let me guess, it's either 4 plus or 12 plus. Take your gamble, take your bets, chat. Take them. Oh, we got a 12 plus. So apparently children. So according to this, according to eBay themselves, if you are a child and you would like to go bid on something, you want to go bid on that 69 Dodge Charger, go for it. What adult is also letting their child go on eBay like that? I'm pretty sure kids don't know. They're going to go to Amazon, not eBay. But yeah, the spy cam or the nanny cam, like, it's an extreme set of words advertised specifically for filming women. So a nanny cam. But people deserve to be able to have access to those goods to protect themselves. What they use it for, then you're getting into a morality clause, but that's not up to eBay. Then that comes down to the individual person, and there are laws in every single state. Consent laws to being filmed and recorded. There are privacy laws. There is specifically, you know, the expectation of a certain amount of privacy. So you can't just, you know, you're not supposed to just record like your significant other or nanny cam technically without their consent. However, if you happen to catch a crime, that's important, you know? Oh, don't be surprised at that. It's a place for programmers, not kids or teens, really. Now, Kick, again, it is crawling with criminals. That's very true. And there is no child that belongs on Kick. That is up to Kick to change it to 18 plus. Microsoft's GitHub is the go-to place to create sexually exploitative technology. Deepfakes, nudify apps, and AI-generated pornography or originate on this collaboration platform. Again, that comes down to individual use. You will always have people misusing things because there are evil people in this world. The AI software is not specifically designed for you to go fuck up someone's life. It is not. It is up to the individual person to self-police. So this is just assholish behavior, and they have moderation. So if somebody does say, hey, this is specifically to do this, I'm pretty sure it actually does get removed. Get rid of image-based sexual abuse. You're never going to get rid of all of this in this manner. The only thing that we can do is encourage people to not post images online of themselves. Don't exchange digital content with other people, and don't give people a library of your fucking titties. I mean, we're never going to stop people from being assholes. People go into Photoshop. Is Adobe liable for the fucked up shit that people do? It's insane. What is this? I don't understand it. It's bad. Ban it. Got to stop those kids from accessing GitHub. They're well known to do that, right? Yeah, because a kid knows how to do programming. So anywhere that sells things or makes things is bad. Basically, that's what's happening. We ended up with entities like DEI also because of the sort of idiotic iron grip. So those who want freedom and solace fell into a trap. Now the pendulum is swinging, yet nothing has changed. Exactly. Like I said, so these people represent, people call them a religious group. They are on the opposite side of the political spectrum. They're acknowledged as being right-leaning. Especially with their inception and the way that they presented themselves initially as a morality thing instead of an exploitive thing. But now that they're using exploitation, they're you know, they get attention. So this is weaponizing compassion and lying and misrepresenting the truth to get their way. They are for censorship, and unfortunately, they present things disingenuously. Now, Instagram is an interesting one. Instagram's slogan is capture and share the world's moments. For countless children and adults, that includes their worst moments. Grooming, child sexual abuse material, sex trafficking, and many other harms continue to fester in Instagram. Instagram has been proven to be damaging to individuals for their self-esteem, self-worth, and things like that. No child, again, belongs on fucking Instagram. When people share videos and things of their child, they are doing so for the intent of clicks most of the time. If you scroll through Instagram's suggested feed, my husband actually showed me this a few days ago before I even looked into any of this. And he said, look what just shows up on the recommended list. And it's a bunch of fucking tits. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. On its surface level, tits are great. But the issue then comes down to Instagram is once again on the App Store, marketed as being 12 plus, I believe. Let me verify. Instagram. Hang on. Yes, it is. Once again, it is marketed as 12 plus. So if we go to I don't know if my Instagram will do this because I don't use Instagram much anymore. But if I just go to the general search feed, which I don't even know how to do. Mine's all art. Let me see if I can find what his was. His was just a general one. Mine is still tailored from many moons ago. No, mine's going to be all art. But so his looked very different from mine. I should have taken a picture of his. But yeah, so anyway, so because of that, kids don't need access to that. That's fucking stupid. But again, that comes down to requesting Instagram be changed to 18 plus. Having children on there when women are just bouncing their tits up and down, making sexual noises, there's no reason for a child to see that. I'm not saying, so I don't think the solution is necessarily getting rid of the content, telling people to stop doing that overall. I think that the solution is honestly changing the application's ages and removing that stuff. Or if you want to have a kid-friendly version, then yes, super enforce the whole no tits jumping up and down, that kind of thing. But whatever. OnlyFans. Empowerment or exploitation. OnlyFans promotes itself as giving porn performance power, but in reality it empowers sex traffickers, child exploiters, revenge porn posters. Now, OnlyFans is a hot topic. Again, I'm not here to talk about the morality of it, of whether or not it should exist, but the fact that as soon, people, we've all seen girls say, as soon as I turn 18, I can't wait to start up an OnlyFans. I think that OnlyFans should be 25 plus in order to sign up. I don't care if somebody thinks that that's extreme. It's just, there is a really big problem, and we've seen a couple of girls, some of the top earners came out and actually exposed OnlyFans for saying, hey, can you make posts showing off how much money you make and how much cool stuff you buy, so that way we can encourage more people to sign up. So again, not here to talk about the morality of OnlyFans. You cannot like it. You can like it. You can subscribe to people. I don't care. I think that you're pretty fucking lame if you go and pay $5 to look at somebody's tits every month. Like, there's free tits everywhere. Open source titties. But also 3D pig, 2D pure. Anyway, not the point. The fact is, I think OnlyFans personally should be 25 plus in order to make an account. And there's too many young girls who are too eager to start it between the age of 18 and 20. I don't know. OnlyFans is boring, grifter, Facebook, and then there it is, Roblox. Oh, we'll get there. Reddit. Well, I think we all kind of. It's going to be the same argument there. Roblox is an interesting one. Roblox isn't all fun and games. Among the blocks in the building, kids may be exposed to predators and inappropriate content. Request Roblox to keep its imagination platform free of sexploitation. Now, this is obviously they just need to expand their safety team. But they are really good about bans. I have seen stuff. So my friend and I, she found this stupid pet family role play world thing, and she's like, did you know that people do this? And what was weird was it was all adults playing the game. It wasn't kids. It was all adults. And how did I know? Because it had I think there was voice chat or verification or something. I don't remember. This was a while ago, but it was all fucking adults, and you could tell by the way that they typed too. The role play style, that was not fucking kids typing. I don't think that there's a reason for those kind. I don't know. It's weird. It's complicated, but people got reported and I saw them get deleted right away. So I don't know. But the truth is, again, predators will go to where it's easiest. So I don't know a more practical solution other than keep expanding and get parents more involved in what their kids are doing. Because again, there was literally an entire server dedicated to just adults. You can go find 18 plus servers on a game that is designed for children. And that's kind of fucking weird. Why the fuck are adults going and role-playing these family things on a kid's game? That's fucking abnormal behavior. I don't know. But there are a lot of, I guess, kid ones that don't have voice or typing or things like that. But yeah, it's really weird. Remember when Second Life stuff was being flying wing bombed? Wait. I remember IMVU and Second Life and all of that. Yeah, I probably back when I was younger, Gaia Online, IMVU, it was all really easy for predators to find people. I'm pretty sure that even I had a couple conversations that were definitely inappropriate for my age at the time for somebody to be having with me. I remember the word cyber, when you go cyber with somebody. That was a thing. My friend used to she's like, oh my God, it's a cyber room. I remember all that stuff. So, Maybe they wanted to roleplay as Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant, and Roblox was the only place to fulfill it. It's possible. Snapchat officially moved to the watch list, but they did have a victory with Snapchat. Now, I do agree. Now, what is Snapchat marketed at? Because I don't think that something that auto deletes your chat history should. I actually had no idea that you could let kids on this. Wait, that's the actual app. I don't want to go to the app. I want to go to the App Store. App Store. There is no way in fucking hell. There's no way that Snapchat is Snapchat. There's no way. Chat. If this is not 18 plus. Chat. Why does a 12-year-old need this? Chat. Hold up, what? Spotify? Porn is too easy to spot on Spotify, and the parental controls are tone deaf. Insist this popular streaming platform fixes filters to remove sexually explicit images and prevent predators from accessing kids. Can you DM on Spotify? So you can kind of see the nonsense in the way that they're preventing things. Isn't it audio only? Yeah, it is. I don't know. And then obviously Twitter, they're constantly working with it and trying to do things. But yeah, Spotify's a fucking weird one. Like, yes, again, there is explicit content on there in the form of music and maybe the images and all, but that it's not doing what their concern is. But they're labeling sexual exploitation as just being subjected to images that are sexy. And now, again, a child should not be going and looking up Nicki Minaj. I'm pretty sure she's got a bunch of explicit stuff and her butt plastered on an album cover. You know, like, kids shouldn't be doing that. But then that comes down to the parent kind of controlling that because of Joe Rogan, maybe. Hence the Joe Rogan podcast. My friend's kid is autistic, and a girl from school talked him into sending her nudes on Instagram and sent them to people all over the school. See, and that's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. Like, and that's shit fucking tier parenting. Parents need to parent their fucking children. Fuck. Now, if we go and look at some of the other years, we'll see who was on it in 2022. Etsy was listed there. Discord is still there again. Google, we don't need to go into all of these. Kick. What the fuck is this? I don't even want to say the word. What the fuck is this? For decades, thousands of families have entrusted their children's hearts, minds, and safety to Something Camps, one of the largest Christian sport camps. Tragically, in a deeply troubling array of instances, the safety of children took a back seat. What? This was a violation of trust and ultimately a failure of leadership. Well, if crimes are being committed, please fucking go report it. Jesus Christ. OnlyFans is still there, and Netflix, shut the fuck up. Although I do agree that there needs to be like a Netflix kids app. No one should be listening to Nicki Minaj. It's hard not to let kids see that, and well, because then they'll feel like outcasts in school and their social group. In many ways, they can hate their parents and rebel even more. It's true. It is a hard thing to balance, but it comes down to if every child was properly fucking parented and things were explained to them, then other kids would not be into that thing. And then there would be no need for that. So Visa is on there, which is really interesting because they also actually work with them. They try to Visa rightly cut ties with Pornhub in 2020 after public outcry regarding the rampant sex trafficking and child sexual abuse material hosted on the pornography site. However, Visa has since reinitiated the relationship with MindGeek, Pornhub's parent company, and other pornography websites, and failed to follow the example of MasterCard in requiring that the site hosting sexually explicit material implement common sense measures to prevent and remove illegal content. Now, these kinds of companies, NCOS, are able to bully payment processors. And as you guys all know, payment processors bully the entire fucking world. And payment processors are going after fictional fucking content. Artwork. So they have recently smackledwarfed Japan, Pixiv, things like that. They affect all creators and bully platforms into removing not safe for work fictional content. Again, this isn't even consensual photographs. Those are affected as well. But I'm talking about fictional content. If I draw two dudes making sweet boom boom and one of them looks a little drunk, Visa's going to come in and say, no, 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 that's offensive. So, yeah, fuck payment processors. They are the ultimate censors and arbiters of moral bullshit. And then we have some other stuff here. And then if we keep going further back, who else have they bullied? Holy shit. It looks like shit. Amazon. Here's where we see the Amazon thing. Again, the application should not be listed as such, or they should separate it out. The not safe for work stuff. Discord's still there. EBSCO, Netflix. The entire state of Nevada. Legalized brothels in Nevada have proven to be a failed experiment. They also violate the U.S. Constitution's 13th Amendment, which bans involuntary servitude and slavery. I'm going to have to look that one up. I wasn't expecting to see that. OnlyFans is still there. Syncing Arrangement is a sugar dating platform, which is basically younger girls looking to hook up with older dudes. And then the same ones, Wish, for some... Wait, why is Wish on here? Is a top 10 retail website and app used by 500 million people, blah, 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 blah. World's biggest... Working with the world's biggest sexual abuser, MindGeek, and Pornhub. All right, shut the fuck up. The watch list. Visa... Damn, Nevada, calm down. Yeah. So anyway, so you get the point, right? So they have this little list and they present arguments that, again, start from somewhere good, but ultimately go down a very, very dangerous path. Again, they have a take action thing, demand Visa stop processing payments supporting sexual exploitation. When you describe sexual exploitation, however, as dildos, TV shows, movies, and things like that, you've lost the plot, and you don't get to fucking define this shit anymore. This is not cool. Sexual exploitation is a fucking problem, but trying to associate completely unrelated things to it is wrong, and it's leading Visa, if they are influencing Visa the way that they are, to make censorship basically very scary. So yeah, image-based sexual abuse. That unfortunately covers a lot. So here's the Visa. They have some updates based off of a couple of things. In August 2023, a Bloomberg article reported that monthly traffic to the top 20 deepfake pornography websites increased 285% between July 2020 and 2023 as people became aware, obviously, of deepfakes and revealed mainstream payment processors like Visa had been used in the sale of deepfake pornography. Now, again, this is a noble cause, right? Like, obviously, nobody should have fake porn made of them without their fucking consent. That's some bullshit. But what they've done is they've got Visa fucking going after fictional content that isn't a deep fake, that isn't AI. It's bullshit. It's just bullshit. So they've got some other information here that you can go read about. Again, some of this stuff is noble causes, but the way that they frame certain things is very uncool. So fiction is the bleeding edge of the fight against censorship. Lose and it won't just be Yowie today. It'll be the Sistine Chapel and Bach tomorrow. Exactly. You give somebody moral authority and suddenly they just run with it. We see it in DEI and we see it on the opposite end. So when these people use, religion and morality things based off of religion, it's not cool. And I feel this way about any religion that calls for any form of censorship, that think that they have a moral authority to do so. It's one thing to disagree with something. It is one thing to not want to see that stuff, but it is another entirely to demand it to be banned and enforced. All right? You have every right to not see the things that you don't want to see if it goes against your morals, but you are not God. You are not the arbiter of existing. You do not get to decide what can and can't exist in fiction and in creativity. It is storytelling. It is fiction. Fuck off. So those were the topics that I had today to talk about. I hope that it was informative and stuff like that. I'm again not here to talk about morals. It's just, trying to say toys, BDSM gear, shirts, and things like that is related to sexual exploitation. That is so fucking far from the plot. It's fucking stupid. The woman filming the video literally had to cover the screen with her hand so she wouldn't be re-traumatized. You can't unsee it. These people are hiding, who are holding congressional hearings on the dangers of porn. If you want to get some more, it's from the Crude Paper Co. on Etsy. She didn't cover it up too well. She's reporting for violations. Can someone please tell Morality in Media and the evangelicals that daddy doesn't mean anyone's literal father, and that it's no longer 1978, and KISS doesn't stand for Knights in Satan's Service, so they can take your records off the bonfire. So yeah. That was probably the most educational live rambling I've ever done. Normally when I go and make videos and do my tweet dumps and things like that, it's much more planned. So I hope that everything kind of made sense. I hope that I didn't fumble the bag on my words, and I hope that you can kind of see where I'm coming from and the concerns of censorship and things like that. Talking about it live was very different than setting up a thread that is well planned. So I kind of touched on maybe a little bit more in the redundancy side of things. Normally I would go back and like edit things and reduce redundancies, but I really feel like this is really important because, again, some of the stuff that they're saying is genuine and decent, but they're linking it to things that are no bueno and that are completely unrelated. But yes, lore dump segments. You guys can AMA, I guess, if you want. It's good that these things are being brought to the surface for awareness. Exactly. Your freedom ends where mine begins. Exactly. So Mike here is pretty fucking important. The fact that he was willing to talk about all of that was really cool and really important that he brought all of it up. So I really appreciate it. Really appreciate him tweeting stuff like this. And yeah, so make sure you guys go look him up, follow some of his other readings if you're super interested in this. Make sure that you share these things because they are, again, the opposite side to DEI, but they are still fighting for the same things, which is censorship. Let's get one more so we can get a 69. Nice. It's interesting to listen to while playing Nikkei. Exactly. You can't have Nikkei with groups like these around. I'm glad my freedom offends them. Exactly. I'm glad that the things I draw offend them. Fucking purists. So disgusting. We are past the 80s and the 90s. We don't need this bullshit anymore. You can have a good cause, but not conflate things. And I think that it's really, really important to have some of these discussions because objectively, some of them are true. Sex exploitation exists in the porn industry, and it's important to talk about those things objectively, So I do not draw furry. There is no furry drawing that is done. God damn it. Fuck. How did you think the Pow World stream went? The stream quality could have been better. Hopefully it's fixed now. I think it went okay. We got one chillet. But we'll definitely do another one. Hopefully it'll be a little bit more entertaining. Followed you here from Fintia. Don't worry, you made good points. Excellent. Very good. Yes, these topics are very important to me. And it's been an hour and a half too, so I rambled on for quite a while. Very fun. We only talked about two things, but those two things were just important. Because, they were mildly related because DEI, again, leans into censorship and things like that. So, yeah. You're Mormon, and there are also crazy Mormons on both sides of the aisles. I think Mormons are really interesting, man. Like, I love talking to all types of people, and I'm totally for them not liking stuff. It's fine to not like something, but, don't go to government and be like, okay, based off of my morals, you can't do something. Other people can't do something because of... it'll offend me. Like, fuck out of here, man. There's things I don't like, but, I'm not gonna go petition for it to fucking go away. No spiders! Saw you on side scrollers. Bless you. Bless you. I am part of the problem for them getting demonetized often, so I apologize. It's always fun, though, being on side scrollers. You can always see people enter a collapse state by showing the gun pixies. Wait, what? What? Still no furry art. No, there will not be furry art. I don't like this, and because of that, nobody can enjoy it. Exactly, yes. And Geeks and Gamers, always fun being on there. Man, I can't believe they actually, like, asked me to come back, though. That was so cool. And, like, getting to talk to all of them. I'm always gushing about that. But, like, everyone's so nice and chill, and they put up with me, and it's so sweet. It's so sweet. It's a game, a pure fan service third-person shooter. Oh, you've been great on Tuesday Night Main Event. It's been so much fun, man. It's been so much fun. I honestly, like... I don't know. It's crazy. You put the pressure on Beardo so much. I don't mean to. I still say nice things. I don't know. I put the pressure on anybody. I'm just a little rowdy. Next up for you, Friday Night Tights. Well, we'll see. I don't know if they really want me on there. Jeremy is your favorite figure? Aw. He's good people, man. All of those guys are just fantastic. They're all incredible. Will there ever be a time where pop culture goes back to normal? So pop culture is always changing. That's why it's considered popular culture. It's what's in at the time, right? And so technically the normal is unfortunately what's in, whether you agree with it or not. So it will always evolve. It's just, will it be a good thing? Will it be a benefit to society or not? That's it. Yeah, I should be on Flashcast tonight for a little bit. I don't know if I'll stay the full time because tomorrow I'm actually on. I was invited on by George. Oh my God, I'm so bad with names. I talk to a lot of people. Yeah, George the Giant Slayer. So I'll be on tomorrow for that. That'll be my first time going on there. Super, super sweet to be invited. I don't know if I'm spoiling anything. But it was very, very kind for him to invite me on there. So yeah, everything you like will be illegal. No, I just want my yaoi and my yuri. I'm so tired of cancel culture infecting our hobbies. It's really stupid, man. It's really stupid. Need to see you on a Call of Duty stream to smoke Beardo and Jeremy. Oh man, see, I talk a big game, but then sometimes I'm like, yo, I haven't played since like Black Ops 3. Do I still got it? It'll be, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited though for tomorrow. Last thing we need are more internet hall monitors. Thanks for the horror show. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Oh man. George direct questions, be ready. Very cool. No, I'm down for that. I love a good direct question session. So, we need more 2 girls, 1 sword. George who? George the Giant, Giant Slayer. They ban me animating Tifa's boobas. I'll just make double in the black market. That too. By banning things, it just sets up a black market, and then they're gonna, so if you ban it, then you have to criminalize it. But even then, it won't fucking matter because humans will always find a way around it. So it would be better to just help regulate things and make sure and give companies the resources to prevent child exploitation and things like that. Because at the end of the day, that should be the main goal, right? Like preventing abuse, child abuse, which includes the sexual side of it, and protect individuals who are being encouraged to do things against their will, right? Those people should all be fucking protected. But when it comes to fictional content and creativity, saying that you're encouraging all of those terrible things by selling dildos and drawing 2 dudes fucking, or furry, we'll use the furry thing, furries with multiple dicks, like fuck off. You lose it. You like my Harley Quinn voice? I can't do voices right now very well. It hurts. It hurts so much. Oh, anime localizers are the worst. Can you rant on mistranslation sometime? That is something that I do quite regularly. I usually go off on Twitter. We had a really, really big post a while ago when Capcom put out their localization post explaining things. I made a little video for Twitter that went off. Oh my God, I did not expect that to go the way that it did. But yeah, fuck them. Fuck them. Mistranslations are always intentional. Well, I shouldn't use the word always. Sometimes it is accidental once in a while. Localizers, of course, are the bane of my existence because back at the age of 9 or 10, I was still living in Texas at the time. I was radicalized to hate localizers because they decided instead of calling the fucking rice ball a goddamn rice ball, Brock holds up a fucking rice ball and says, "I love jelly donuts. The cream-filled kind are my favorite." Like, and then I put fucking jelly in the fucking rice thinking, is this really what they eat? I wonder if it's delicious. I'd like to learn about this and experience something from a people that are not my own because I've never seen a fucking rice ball before. And why is it called a rice ball, by the way? It's not a ball, it's a fucking triangle. So then I went and tried that and it was the most disgusting thing I've ever had because you put fucking Welch's grape jelly in a bunch of rice, jasmine rice, because I didn't even know that sticky rice was a fucking thing, and it tasted goddamn awful. And from that moment on, I hated them. I hated these people as a child. As a child growing up and going to church, the only hate in my heart was at these people who said that I could not experience or handle another culture, another type of food. Why? Why did we decide that? Why did the American government say, well, if you're going to import entertainment, you got to make some changes? Why did the entertainment industry say that? Why did these people decide that we could not learn about something else? Well, you wouldn't understand the context and some of the jokes and sarcasm doesn't. Shut the fuck up. Inuyasha was sarcastic. Kagome was fucking sarcastic. All of these fucking anime, all of the manga has sarcasm in it. Why the fuck can't I learn about another type of fucking food? Why would you say that I'm too stupid to go onto the internet and look something up? Oh, they're making a joke about a political thing that happened in China back in the 13th fucking century? Let me go look it the fuck up. Don't switch it to, oh, there's a dude in New York and he said, hey, I'm walking over here. No, I do not want fucking Karen's 40-year-old virgin ass as she pets her cat to decide that she needs to ramble on about the fucking patriarchy instead of just giving me the goddamn dialogue that tells me what the fuck the character gives a shit about. Fuck. That went somewhere that I totally didn't mean for it to. I see, you radicalized me with the jelly donut and the trauma. It just stays there. Fuck. I never got over it. Huh. That is genuine hate. I don't hate much in this world anymore. I'm too old for it. Yeah, you got your rambling. Anytime I talk about the fucking jelly donut, I get so upset. See how bad sugar is for you? Exactly. Have a donut to calm yourself down. Fuck. You watch Chinese dramas because they're better than superheroes in tights and a lot of people get stabbed. Yo, I just discovered like Chinese yaoi. That shit goes hard. What the fuck? Oh man, I don't even drink coffee, man. I can't. You never heard of rice balls filled with jellies thanks to localizers. Right? That's gonna be the first set of emotes. Yeah, the fucking, look at those cute little rice balls right there. Oh my God. I fucking hate them, right? And so people are always like, too, the other thing that I get, well, localizers are important because they also translate. Okay, so call the job translating. I love translators. Translators are amazing. They're wonderful. They try to stay as close to the source material as possible. But some stuff has 2 words. Okay, well, the fact that you know that it has 2 words means that you understand that there might be context there that can easily be cleared up if you just ask the fucking author. But the author doesn't always have time. I'm pretty sure the author will make time to respond to a fucking email about the goddamn nature of their work. Hey man, were you talking about the fucking assassination of somebody in your country? Or were you talking about fucking cherry trees? I'm pretty sure one, the localizer or the fucking translator could probably figure it out based off of the context of the fucking scene. But also, I'm pretty fucking sure that the author would be more than happy to answer the fucking question because they're like, oh, this person cares so much about, you know, getting my story and my message and my words across to the culture that is overseas. Very cool, thank you. Fuck, try tuna mayo next time? Bro, I hate fucking mayonnaise. I hate sauce. And the game Xenoblade Chronicles 2 refers to rice balls as dumplings. Fuck off! Ah! Anything else is just lazy. Like, if I could make a company, I would call it Pure Translations. And I would find a way to integrate AI to help people so that way we could charge the lowest possible price to do it. And I want so badly to be able to talk to Elon Musk, to be like, look, Daddy Musk, fund this. Fund this for me because I know that you're a man of culture. You like your waifus, man. I've seen your likes before you privated everything. Please, Elon Musk, fund my dream. I don't want profit. I know maybe you do, but I want to do the world a goddamn favor. I want to employ people passionate about anime, about content that tells incredible stories. I don't want to make money. I just want people to enjoy stories told by other people and presented in the purest form possible. That's all I want. I would forego any form of pay. I would make sure that the employees are happy. But most importantly, the stories would be pure and true to the author's intent. I do think AI will be good for no bullshit translations. Exactly. So one of the things that came out recently, thanks to Did You Know Gaming, I think it was. They are a great and awesome YouTube channel. They said they do these compilation things sometimes, and so they'll talk about Pokemon and things that they found. And they recently put out a video, I think this year at some point, I shouldn't use the word recent, but they said over 1,000 lines of dialogue were removed from Pokemon X and Y, which it definitely feels like there was, and the reason why they fucking removed it. Or I'm sorry, I think it was a bigger number than it. I don't know if it was 1,000 or 10,000, but it was somewhere in there, right? There was a lot of dialogue and they removed it. And they specifically stated the reason why is because they couldn't localize it fast enough, because Generation X and Y was the first time that they released everything at the same time around the world. And they didn't have enough people to localize shit properly fast enough. And I'm like, the game definitely feels like it's missing 1,000 lines of dialogue. Give me the original Japanese text and let me know what the fuck Sycamore says, because if he fucking goes off about his orange socks at least just once or references them of where he got them from, please, fucking please let me know what they said. Why can't the hacker I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna say, why can't the hackers go after Pokemon? I want those 1,000 lines of dialogue and sit there and read it and just sob. Well, he made the crazy actress cosplay as Mercy from Overwatch, so I can imagine exactly. Martial arts drama, and I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the Chinese words, like I will fuck it up. Are the greatest genres ever? Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. I fucking love Chinese media, Korean media. I've been obsessing over Korean animation lately. Make a company, call it Pure Translations, have a hostile coup from within. Suddenly the company provides localizations with community cred left over from all the time that they provided Pure Translations. Would it kill the Pokemon company to update their game with the rest of the dialogue later? Right, why couldn't they do that? Give me DLC. I would have paid an additional $60 to have that put back in. I am part of the problem. I will pay the Pokemon company exorbitant amounts of money to fucking expand on everything that they love and provide for the world. God damn it. Opinion on rat tail hairstyles. I was talking to a dude last night who was rocking the full-on Jedi Padawan. I think they're making a comeback. And I think on some dudes that they work. Hot take. Don't care. And the reason for that, I am biased. Why? Reno, Final Fantasy VII. Homie's got a rat tail. Now it's a sexy rat tail and a very voluptuous one because he's also got a whole head of hair. But it's a rat tail nonetheless. And that redheaded motherfucker made me love them. It's a party up top and a party down there. It's tiring after read the. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, so wow, that just went all over the place. Ugh, those words. I want to know what was left out of X and Y so bad. What additional dialogue were they gonna justify Lysander's fucking genocide? Because they already tried to do that. I can't believe the counter to the protagonist fucking said, maybe he's got a point. And then Sycamore just always says, well, it's important to talk to people with other worldviews. Hey, great message, Professor. You might want to expound on that and kind of clarify that maybe it shouldn't be about genocide. You missed out on a lot of the rant, but I'm with you regardless. You'll be able to go watch it. No fan translations for the original Japanese. So they cut it. They cut the content completely. They cut it out. If you go buy the Japanese XY, it's not in there. Isn't the rat tail just a thin sliced mullet? Depends on the way it's handled. I'm surprised people haven't been working on fan translations for X and Y. They have. Like I've seen the some of the original dialogue. I think X and Y actually did a pretty okay job. There are some lines in the latest Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, for instance. I went off about that in the video that I made. So Arvin in the American version says, sorry for flexing on you, Kieran. He doesn't say that at all. He actually gives a really polite apology. But the fact that the American side put that cringe fucking dialogue that will instantly date. This is something else. Okay, we're going back to localization. Holy fuck. If you use language that fucking dates your goddamn fucking piece, you are a dumb motherfucker. When it comes to writing, if your intent is to share it, sometimes it's best to not date yourself with fucking stupid language like flex. Nobody's going to be saying that in 10 years, and everyone's going to know where the fuck it came from, and they're going to say, oh my God, that's so fucking cringe. If you want the stories that last the longest, do not use language like that. On top of that, the fact that it was localized to use the word flex, to change the context of the situation, and to take away from Arvin's fucking character pisses me off. That Pokemon battle was radical. Dude, there was some cool shit in Scarlet and Violet. There were a lot of problems, but there was some cool shit. You want it to be timeless, if that is your intent. We should have had a Pokemon Z. They have come out and they said, well, we were never going to do that. Shh. That's coping, my dude. We know that you did. It's how you make your money. We know you wanted to make a Pokemon Z, and now we're getting a ZA. And I'm terrified for it. I am so scared. I don't want a gender-bent Professor Sycamore. I just want Professor Sycamore. I also don't want him to be seen as an incompetent fucking retard, because we're gonna get Mega Evolutions. We're gonna get them. There's no way that they don't fucking take us to Kalos again after all this time and don't give us Mega Evolution. And by giving the player character the ability to have a Mega Evolution in the fucking thing, it's gonna be, well, actually, wait. No, gimmicks didn't start till then. I don't know what they're gonna do. I would be so okay if they didn't do Mega Evolution because I don't want them to retcon Professor Sycamore. I don't know. I'm just gonna end up getting into some things. Excuse me. It's almost like your job is to localize existing art, not butcher someone else into your own. That's why I make this distinction. Love translators, hate localizers. I don't think anything needs to ever be localized. You don't need to change it to some modern day, my country shit. I'm consuming Japanese media. I want to hear the Japanese dialogue intent. I want to hear the character intent. And I want to know more about Japan. And if they do something that's fucking funny, I don't care if it looks awkward in English. I don't care. I want that. And then I'll go learn about it. I hope the game is good. I'm going to have a Mega Evolution in my pants. Oh boy. The Game Master Detective Archives, Rain Code, had one of the characters talk about being dummy thick. I hate that shit. That's so stupid. Stupid people. Stupid fucking idiots. Again, I try not to use harsh language or insult people, but stupid fucking idiots. You translate a game and then you put your fucking own cringe-ass language in it? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fucking fuck. Want to see some of the worst localization? Check out the compilation. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen all that. Yep. Visibly eats rice balls. Pizza. Exactly. Fuck. Fucking hate that shit, man. Tell them how you really feel. If I said what I really wanted to say, I would actually get permanently banned. Who uses thick unironically? Exactly. Like those, like there are times where I will use like AF or dummy thick or whatever. I'll use cringy language, but when I'm writing, I try not to. Especially for the decades of fictional writing that I've done. I have never once felt the need to say shit like that. Never once. Ugh. Ugh. Crazy shit. Crazy shit. But I'm just saying if anybody has sent me anything. Sometimes that happens. I like Lunar, but I know they altered the game dialogue to be more pop culture. Hate that. Hate that so much. I don't understand it. I never will. Street Fighter 6 had thick legs Chun-Li dialogue, and I found it cringe. I try to use internet slang lingo in my everyday life. Oh no. So out of curiosity, do I still write fan fiction? I don't publish anything anymore. I used to be on AO3, and then during the peak bully sessions, cringe, back in 2019, I decided that it wasn't worth it, and I deleted everything. So now when I do write any form of fan fiction, it's just for myself and for my own entertainment. I do not post any of that stuff anywhere because it's also cringe behavior. But I'm not going to sit here and like lie and say that, no, I don't do that anymore. But yeah. So I think fan fiction is really fun. I like to explore scenarios and try to stay as true as possible to the characters. But I also actually do a lot of my own writing. I'm currently working on a sci-fi novel. If you go to my Substack, you can actually read what I may or may not use as an intro to the story, to the first story that I'm going to publish. I have 2 sci-fi stories and a fantasy-based one that I've been working on. The fantasy-based one is actually with my character who I made when I was like 9 years old. So she's been around for a while. But the sci-fi one that I'm working on now is just like my experimental one, just to see how it goes writing for a general audience as opposed to just myself, and trying to put together a coherent story that is not overly indulgent in detail, because I have a tendency to do that. It is a fault of mine. I'll write about things that aren't necessarily super important, but they're part of the world building process, and I have a lot of fun with world building. So when submissions are open again, what kind of stuff projects do I do? When you say submissions, you mean commissions? So to commission me, I do ghostwriting. I help with, oh my God, it's more easy to say what I don't do than it is what I do. I occasionally will take on some 3D asset stuff, character work, logo work, branding. I've helped with telling stories through products. I give advice on marketing. I've been commissioned for memes before. You know, I'll do just about anything. I don't do like robot designs. I'm not a very good robot artist. Will you publish your book before George R.R. Martin finishes his? Well, I had hoped to get the first one done by the end of the year. I don't think that's going to happen now, but I'm unsure. I I have so many details to still work out and like put the timeline together properly. But there's a good chance that I would actually publish it before that. And I do self-publishing, so I would go through Amazon and publish it myself, unless I can find a printer, so that way I can do like a really cool cover or do some sort of like custom interior stuff. I'm also deciding between having some black and white images within the book, and then I'm also deciding on doing like an appendix thing that kind of helps with lore dives and like just writing. If people want to read more about the lore of the world that I'm creating, they can. But the story itself would be more than enough to understand kind of what's going on. But like, I literally have like 1,000 years of history written out for this world. So it's a lot. But that's the kind of stuff that I do. But yeah. So back to the commission thing though. Yeah, it's literally like character art, emotes, like anything that you can kind of think of art wise, I probably do it. It's just a matter of like, would I want to take on like a big project? I do not do webtoons or comics or super massive projects like that. I won't be doing those anymore at all, just because I have so many things going forward that I want to do. There's Rip Ascend, so you could try asking the G&G crew. Drunk is using them. Like he would, like they would do the printing for my book. You mean is that kind of what they do? I suppose we can. Oh God, you can kind of see the room behind me. The couch has been moved. Yeah, they help with publishing and printing. I'll have to ask. Yeah, I'll have to ask. So Amazon does still have a bit of censoring involved. I'm not saying that this story is necessarily super graphic or anything, but they do, Amazon, I need to read a little bit more on it. The scenes are optional, but you know, if I wanted to have a steamy scene, we'll see. Yeah, I'll definitely have to ask. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up. Hail overloaded gang socket. Wait, what? But yeah. We just hit the 2-hour mark. So I'd say, honestly, we could probably call stream there. I did say that today would be shorter. You did get a little bit of a lore dump with the jelly donut. I've now gone off about that on stream live. So that is now immortalized by episode 3. I'm looking around. There's no bugs. Nothing to really freak out about right now. No bugs on the desk anymore. There are some bug videos posted of me making death upon bugs. George R.R. Martin will never finish. Honestly, like, I don't know if it's coming from a place of like he's nervous and won't live up to shit. I don't know. I can't say for sure, but like I would kind of understand it. Like, especially with the way that the last season was handled. Seeing somebody butcher my story would upset me, because you know that the book that you're writing, the story that it's relevant to, would never be told properly. So from that feeling, I could personally understand being demoralized. Yeah, the show guy's got his ideas, so he can't really change them. But HBO scared him? Yeah, and like if that's his feelings. If that's his feelings. I should make a jelly donut video so that way I can cry and just scream the whole time. I feel like that's a good motivation to finish it the right way. It depends. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think that it would depend on the person. For me personally, I could see it as being demoralizing. He's too focused on House of the Dragon and the new Hedge Knight series coming up. He also has to rethink his ending and change a crap ton. Yeah. There's like 9 things plugged in over there. Oh. And then it actually has an additional extension. Yeah. Yeah, I have a tendency to do that. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? But yeah. Cooking stream to make a proper jelly rice donut. You know what? Maybe we should. That would actually be funny. That would be funny. That would be a good video. I do want it. So the videos that I want to make, I don't want to be coughing and I don't want to have to edit them out. Because sometimes I cough during like a really good fucking point and I don't want to refilm that. But some of the videos that I'd like to make are just really like goofy Pokemon related things. I don't know if I'm going to like put out videos, talking about news. Like I'll probably just save that for live streams because I want the videos to still be kind of similar to what I've already done, the 2 existing videos where it's just me like genuinely like talking about things that like I just genuinely love that make me happy, and doing like deep dives into dialogue and things like that really make me happy, and like overthinking you know, the items in games. It sounds like a really fun thing to do. So do I think that that would be successful? No, not in the slightest. I don't think anybody gives a shit about any of that. But those are the videos that I want to make. It would be more fun to me than just talking about news. But who knows? I might completely change that. Somebody will use this as a quote against me in the future when I do finally release a news-related video that's not a live stream. Who knows? I also thought that I would more actively clip live streams to put out as videos, but I clearly haven't done that yet. So we'll see. But yeah. Yeah. Potential fire hazards. You should see under my desk. 4,722 days since A Dance with Dragons. Holy shit. You should make the kind of videos that Lucy Pyre does. I'll have to look. I don't know who Lucy is. So I'll have a look at that. But yeah, I just wanted to do like fun, goofy things. I don't know. I think it would be, I don't know, fun. Fun, goofy videos. I think it would be fun. So creative in my phrasing. But yeah, we'll go ahead and call it there, guys. Thank you again so much for being here and hanging out. It's still baffling that so many people choose to watch me live. I really do appreciate it. It is very, very sweet of you. You could be literally cleaning public toilets, but you choose to spend your time with me. So thank you for that. For anybody who cares about, just because I got some questions last time about like monetization and where I'm at with that. If I go to YouTube, so we only had technically three videos posted so far, 3 live streams, including the gaming streams. This will be the 4th. So if I go to my YouTube studio thing, I'm always super transparent about shit. Like if people ever ask me like, how much do you make on Twitter? Like I'll tell you. We're at 5,100 channel subscribers, which is amazing. Thank you so much for that, for everybody who's ever clicked on the button. If I go down to earn, so I've got my 3 videos uploaded in 90 days. And I'm almost halfway to the required watch hours in order to be monetized. That way we can have like cool emotes and shit like that. I don't know what else comes with it. All I know is that there's emotes and stuff. So we're at 1,142 public watch hours out of 3,000. And there's no fucking way I'm going to get any of the short views because I don't put out shorts. I've got the one short from last year. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for that. And helping me get there. I used to be monetized. I was grandfathered into it. And then obviously all that got taken away. So Twitter is my only source of monetization for any of that. And I make anywhere between 60 to 120 bucks on that every 2 weeks once in a while. And all of that money just goes straight to bills and plants and Yowie and Yuri. I think my next paycheck though is going to go to some lights. So, actually, I could use that to make keychains and stickers. Ooh, look at you guys. You guys reminded me of that. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to put out some polls and see what people... I think some people have said that they were actually super interested in original content, not just fan art, from one of the last polls that I did. So we'll have to revisit that. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Why Game Freak hates fun in Pokemon. That would be a good video. Members can see early videos if that... Oh, now that's cool. Also, fuck your spider emotes. Get out of here. Did you end up giving the garden spider a little bath? So the little one survived, but I saw a big one today, and he got the jet stream off the deck. But yeah. Oh, well, see, you guys are so sweet for saying original stuff. It's very, very sweet. Very, 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 very funny. Like that is so heartwarming. Because I never, as an artist, I never followed the fan art trend thing. I've never like done an insane amount of fan art or tried to advertise myself in any sense. So that's a Lucy Pokemon vid. Oh, okay. Sounds like somebody I should be watching then, because they're probably my kind of humor. But yeah, anyway, I love you guys so much. Waffy-chan keychains. Oh, maybe we could do that. Maybe. But you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm going to go eat. I don't know if you can hear my stomach, but any rumblings that you could hear possibly in the background, that was my tummy, and I'm very hungry. So enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, thanks for coming to the HR basement and filing your complaints with me. Yay!
Just had a long day at work sitting at my desk, ready to walk.
Oh, fuck. Turn down the music.
Jump into some AR, goodness, see my little buddies. Gotta catch 'em all, keeping my soul alive. Just a wage slave by day, but a master at night. I log into my favorite app, see my Pikachu waving at me. What is that beside my best buddy? The Wailord update nobody asked for, hit with the ugly stick of, oh my god, what is that? Hey, Pokemon Go, hack yourself. Now you can look as ugly in the game as you are in real life. Hey, you got no shape and your crotch is 2 feet long. What the hell is this pile of dung? I think I'll carve my eyes out with a knife. Standing looking at this new abomination, ready to toss my phone. There they go again, making dumb decisions. I just want to catch my gosh dang Caterpie's been playing since 2016. But this might finally break my Pokemon spree. Hey, Pokemon Go, hack yourself. Now you can look as ugly in the game as you are in real life. Hey, you got no shape and your crotch is 2 feet long. What the hell is this